really honest with you, I do not know what I'm gonna even title this video because I'm just gonna be talking. We're already on this like little marathon on all the fucked up shit that this girl has done to me throughout our friendship. Yes, we are talking about Shot again. I might as well just keep it going, okay? At this point, this is a Shot series because I could literally go on for days. And there's nothing I love more than when I can tell a story time that other people can back up, because there was a lot of people who witnessed the shit that I already talked about and I'm about to talk about. Before we get on to today's story time, of course, once again, today's video is...
What's your name?
Ashley A.
There's a ghost in the home. Why is Love is Blind playing out of the blue? The remote's all the way over here, baby.
Good afternoon.
Why would you turn on without my permission? Very disrespectful. Anyways, today's video once again is sponsored by yours truly, because if you didn't know, I did release my own perfume and there are still a few bottles left. This is my new perfume. It is called Pretty Privilege. And if you didn't know, let me just remind you really quick. Vanilla icing, coconut flakes. It is literally the ultimate pretty girl scent. It's so good. I'm so sorry. I'm so proud of myself. I always wanted a perfume that smelled like this, but I could never find one that was already created. So your girl had to create it herself. It has notes of vanilla, obviously, coconut, toffee, peach, plum. It's a fruity vanilla coconut forward scent that will literally have people breaking their necks as you walk by them. It's available on rebelscents.com right now. I'll also leave my coupon code in the description box down below so you can save some money off. But just know, if you get your hands on Pretty Privilege, you have a one-of-a-kind fragrance that only a few people have. This is a rare, limited edition, bomb-ass perfume. All the details on where you can grab a bottle, coupon code, all of that is going to be in the description box down below, as well as a pinned comment on this video. I promise you, you will not be disappointed, okay? Back to this bitch that be talking about me in the press. Shot, what's good? Like I said, I don't know what to title this video. I'm just gonna start talking, okay? Back when we were younger, we used to party all the time, okay? Although she was my best friend, she was my party friend. Shot has always been a party friend. That's just the truth. So a lot of these videos are going to be very much like party incident type videos, because that's kind of the only time I would ever see her, to be honest. So back in the day, we used to go to my friend's house to party often, like every single weekend. And let me tell you how this girl single-handedly ruined the entire party by herself with nobody's help. And as you guys know, if you watched any of my other videos on her, she's a very sloppy drunk. She's a danger to herself and others. When I say danger to herself, I mean safety is not a priority when she's intoxicated. She's not aware of her surroundings, and she just doesn't care, okay? She's very rude and disrespectful to strangers for absolutely no reason. She's embarrassing as hell. The list goes on. It goes on and on. So we end up going to this party and everything's cool until the police come, like, I want to say maybe 15 minutes after we arrive. This is like 9 o'clock. And if you've ever been to a house party, the party doesn't end at 9 o'clock. It's just getting started at 9, like no one is even here yet. It's 9 o'clock and the police are already at the door. What are you doing here so early, sir? And the person who's holding the party is my friend. So like when I hear a knock at the door, I know something's up, because at a house party, you guys know, you just open the door and go inside. Ain't nobody knocking on the door. You hear the music. The door's open, you go inside. So when I heard the knock on the door now, first thing I did was turn to the DJ and I said, turn the music down, because whoever's knocking on the door was not invited. It's either a neighbor or the police. So he turns the music down. I go to the door. It's 2 officers. I put on my best sober voice and I say, hi officers. How can I help you? It's a policeman and a policewoman, okay? When I tell you, these were probably the nicest police officers in all of Toronto, and Toronto police officers are not nice. They're actually very rude. So the fact that I was able to talk to these 2 polite police officers and they just simply tell me, listen, we understand you guys are trying to have a good time. You guys are probably trying to celebrate something. We get it. We understand. We want you to have fun, but you got to turn the music down. I'm like, this is the perfect situation. Absolutely the perfect situation. I said, yes, sir. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, because, you know, I'm drunk. So, you know, I'm saying the most and doing the most and being very extra with my politeness back to them. And out of nowhere, the front door gets flung open. Okay, and I see Shot. And I said, bitch, no. I tried to push her face inside the house so I could close the door and we could be on our merry way. That's not how it was gonna play out for her though, apparently, because when I tried to push her away, I don't know why no one else oh, then again, I forgot, this was like a very new atmosphere for her. So no one really knew her at this point. So nobody was gonna hold her back, nor did anyone know what type of person she was when the liquor gets in her system. So I'm sure they were not expecting what was about to happen. So she flings open the door. I try to push her back inside the house. She flings my hand this way. She steps in front of me and she starts going on a crash out speech about how much she hates police officers. Why? You know when you drink and then something happens and you kind of like sober up immediately and you feel like all the alcohol has left your system? That is what happened to me. Because the outrageous shit that was coming out of her mouth had me flabber motherfucking gasted. Not you wishing death on the police officers who are being nice to us right now and allowing us to continue to party. Murder? Murder? For what? What do you... When I tell y'all, I honestly do not feel comfortable saying the things that she said that night on YouTube. I will probably be banned and demonetized. And the hate for these two individuals in uniforms was absolutely unwarranted, given how nice they were. And even if they were like the other asshole police officers in Toronto, the things she was saying, they did not deserve at all. Because even at a young age, I'm very much a person who's like, yeah, you might be an asshole, but you're still somebody's child. That's just how I always felt. Wishing death on somebody is crazy. It's insane. When I tell you, when I pushed her back inside the house and I turned around, and mind you, please keep in mind the music is very low. So everybody who's in the house, which at this point is about like 30 people, and then there's people outside also waiting to come in, everybody heard everything she said. And the looks on everyone's faces made my heart stop. And I don't know if she thought that people were gonna laugh or this was funny, or I don't know I can't tell you what was going on in her brain, in her mind. I can't tell you. But after I let go of her mouth, the laughter that came, like the projection of her laughter was low-key chilling. And everyone is just standing there staring at her. And then the policewoman immediately, she's just like, you know what? We tried to give you guys a chance. She blew it for you guys. Wrap it up. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you, oh my gosh. And this is my friend that I brought to this party that she wasn't invited to, but she was a plus. Why? And you just ruined the whole night. That's insane. It's insanity. And I just vividly remember this guy coming up to me. He was not really my friend, but like we knew each other. He came up to me and he was like, yo, whose mans is this? And I was not about to claim her as my friend. I wasn't. But that's not even the end of it. When the lady cop said that, she started going in on the lady cop. Cussing her, calling her a bitch, this and that, that and this. Acting like she wanted to fight her. Kind of like the last story I told you guys, but to a police officer. And the police officer's like, you guys have 5 seconds to get this girl out of my face before I arrest her for disturbing the peace. At this point, I was like, lock her up. Lock her up. You chat too rotten, bomber pussy crap much. Lock her up, throw away the keys, put her in the basement of the jail. Actually, with the rats and the mice and the cockroaches. Do it. Because what was all that for? Like, at this point, I swear to you, I didn't even care. I was standing there like, bitch, if you get arrested, you get arrested. I'ma just let your mama know, let your daddy know, and hopefully they could post bail. Because who told you to go and do that? Who told you to say all that? For what? So other people in the party were the ones who were like trying to calm her down. Like, yo, just chill, whatever, right? Long story short, we all have to evacuate the apartment. The party is done. The music's over. But as Toronto people, if you're from Toronto, you know there's always a plan B. So we're in the parking lot trying to figure out like where we're gonna go next. And normally the plan B when a party gets shut down is usually a park or a beach, okay? So one of the guys were like, okay, let's meet up here. Another location at a park. As we're in the parking lot, the police officers are like, okay, you guys wrap it up. You guys need to go. You guys need to go. And shot. Why is this my friend? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I know I'm telling the story time, but like going back to those moments is actually so embarrassing. I don't care how long ago it was. I'm so embarrassed. Shot says out loud. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the lines of like, and sorry, she didn't even say it, she yelled it, she screamed it from across the road so that everybody could hear, including the police. Pretend the location we're going to next is called Rainbow Beach, okay? She screams from across the street. So, we're all gonna meet up at Rainbow Beach now? Bitch. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? An actual question. Are you dumb? All at the same time, everybody in the parking lot went, yo, what the fuck? Everyone at the same time. The police officer bitch. Sorry, I don't mean to call her a bitch. That's Shot's job. You know what I'm saying? That's just for the video. But the police officer lady started chuckling. She started laughing. And then she said, well, we'll meet you there. Party done. The night done. Everything shut off. Home time. There's no plan C. There's a plan A. There's a plan B. There's never a plan C. Plan C is bed. Plan C is go into your bed, cover up real nice and snugly, and go to sleep. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shot. And now the same guy who came up to me and was like, yo, whose mans is this? Was like, don't ever bring this girl around us ever again. And I continued to bring her around. I did. And he specifically hated her. Every time I'd bring her around after that day, people would be like, yo, why is this girl here? Yo, why is this girl? Like, and judge me if you want to, but this was a very long time ago. This was my quote unquote best friend. This is someone who I wouldn't leave the house without. And again, the only time we saw each other was when we were outside of the house. So stupid of me to bring her around when obviously she shouldn't be around during the celebrations. But I'm just being honest with y'all. That's not the end. That's not the end of the story. I don't remember who drove us to Rainbow Beach, but somebody was kind enough to drive both me and Shot to Rainbow Beach, even though she should have been arrested, actually. And as soon as we stopped the car, this girl opened the back door and just went running. She was gone. Usain Bolt. Sha'Carri Richards. Is that her name? Sha'Carri Richardson? I don't know. But she was a runner. She's a track star. Gone. Where's Shot? Where has Shot gone? You let me know. And this is the only person I came to the party with. Anyway, she went sprinting. I don't even like down into the night sky. Just ran into darkness, bitch. Like a stray dog off the leash. And everyone's just looking at me like, where did your friend go? I said, I don't know. Like, I'm one person. I don't know what y'all want me to do, but this is a lot for me. Like, I'm very much overstimulated. But at the end of the day, I don't want to wake up and see 15 missed calls from this girl's mom asking me where she's at. And the last time I saw her, she ran into darkness at a beach. You feel me? Like, who the fuck opens up a car door and just starts running? Just gone. Just off the liquor. Just liquor. So I don't want to feel that guilt if something really bad happens to her. Bitch, I spent the rest of the night looking for her by myself. By myself. For at least, I'm not kidding, it took me like 20 to 30 minutes before I decided I have to call somebody. I'm not sure what happened with the people in the parking lot over here, but the police went over there and they had to disperse. So they went somewhere else. I don't know what happened to the rest of their night, but I'll tell you what happened to the rest of my night. Okay? Ugh. Searching for her, couldn't find her for 20 to 30 minutes. Called my friend who had a car because I was like, whoever dropped us at this beach, they're gone. So I don't know how I'm gonna get home because we're pretty far from home. So I called him, I was like, hey, this is what's happening. Is there any way you could pick me up, help me find her, and just bring us home? Because the night is done. The night is still young, but the night is done. Thankfully, he was a very nice guy. He came, I met up with him at an intersection. We drove around looking for her, could not find her for, I kid you not, like an hour. Quite literally an hour. We turned down this really quiet road, like a neighborhood with these big, lavish houses. And I just see feet. I just see feet. Not feet with shoes, just feet. Okay? And I can hear faint giggles. What the fuck? I walk up to the feet, which are sticking out of bushes, and I find Shot laying face down in this bush with no shoes on. Where the shoes at? Last time I saw you running, you had 2 pair of shoes on your feet. Where they at? My friend who doesn't know her picked her up, put her in the car. She's just laughing like something's funny. I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed. I'm like, girl, you ruined everyone's night. And she's just hysterically laughing. I don't know what the joke is. I don't care what the joke is. It's time for you to go home, and it's time for me to go home. He opens the door and lets her out to go to her house. I told him where her house was. And she went to her neighbor's house. Was about to ring the doorbell. I had to stop her and walk her to her front door and then leave. We didn't move the car until we saw someone open the door. And maybe I was drunk. Pretty sure I was drunk. Because I swear the person who opened the door was a cat. I wish someone could explain that to me. But regardless, after an hour of searching for her, we found her in a bush with no shoes on, laughing to herself. And that's the story. I have a lot more to say. And when I tell you this is one of the most irrelevant stories, when it comes to me and her friendship, I swear to you, it's one of the most irrelevant ones. I have way too many stories to tell you guys. We are just getting started. I'm so sorry about it. Anyways, my new perfume, Pretty Privilege, is available on rebelscents.com. Rebelscents.com, all the information is in the description box down below, including a coupon code so you can save a little bit of coin. There's only a few bottles left, so get her before she sells out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I didn't even do nothing. So I'm not wrong, actually. Don't tell me I'm wrong when I'm not wrong. She wrong. Love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice. And I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.